Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, you guys, and we got us another plus one in the building. You know, I love my authors, so this is something near and dear to me. This lady is not just the author; she's doing some tremendous things. She's a philanthropist, a lot of whole other good things going on. So, wifey, you want to do the intro since this is some of y'all girl power?
Sure. You all know how I love Black Girl Magic. I love talking about giving accolades to and giving flowers while they're still alive to our Black amazing women who run the world, y'all. Girls
Allegedly.
who run the world.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Hey, so our sisters are doing some amazing things.
Sisters
Shout out
are
to
doing
them,
some
I will
amazing
say.
things.
Yes,
so
including
you all,
wifey.
please, welcome to our Spotlight family, the lovely, amazing author, too. And mom, wife, a whole bunch of stuff. Whole plethora of accolades.
And she's from the DMV,
yes.
right here locally.
Y'all give it up for Mka Morris!
Author. Yay.
Hello.
Hey, miss.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to Spotlight Over the City.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being a part. So we're going to get right into it. So first of all, let's for those who don't know, who is Mka Morris?
Yes, girl. Who are you?
Okay, like you guys just said, I'm from the DMV originally. I now live in Los Angeles with my family. But I graduated from Oxon Hill High School. I'm literally from the DMV. I've lived in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, so I'm a DMV girl.
Yay!
My whole entire family is there, so if you guys are watching, thank you.
That's what's up.
But I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I have a 28-year-old. I'm a grandma. But I'm a woman who loves women and who loves to empower women. That's that. If I had to just do a one-liner, that's who I am.
But wait, Tamika, I heard grandma. You are what?
I am. I have.
Get out of here.
I have a lot of grandbabies, but my baby girl she has 2 babies.
Wow, you look way too young to say I'm a grandma.
Yeah, I see my grade, but I don't see no signs of what you just spoke on. So hey,
don't let them say I don't call myself grandma in the streets. I'm just letting you guys in on that. But I'm a honey.
Yeah. I know that's right.
I know that.
So let's get right into it. You're a part of a phenomenal book. The book is called Shenomenal Woman. Shenomenal Woman. What a title, right?
Phenomenal women.
So how did you even get involved with the project?
A girlfriend of mine got a bunch of us together during COVID. So like you guys said earlier, a lot of things came out of the pandemic. So she got us together, and she knew all of these women individually. It's 23 of us in the book all together. And basically it's about women who gave up excuses and made a way through life's most challenging times. So each story is about a difficult time in each woman's life, but it basically kind of rounds out about how they made it through.
Wow.
Perfect.
I can't wait to read it.
So your title, a really solid title, means a lot to you. Losing Isaiah, right? Mm-hmm. Is this something that you've been thought about prior to? Were you interested in the movie itself, the project itself, or is something that just came about later in life?
That is a really good question. So Losing Isaiah is a movie that Holly Berry starred in. When my son passed away, I just kept hearing in my spirit, I always knew I would write a book about my life because it's a crazy one. But when my son died, I just kept hearing Losing Isaiah as the title. Losing Isaiah. His name was Isaiah. And losing him was it was a lot. It was the thing that was supposed to literally take me out. But
okay, so for right there, we're gonna table that, and I'm a piggyback off of what you just said. Losing Isaiah was the title in this book. 107 is the beginning of your story. That's where you start. Let's talk about the story. Let's segue into the story and tell the audience, for those who don't know, the story of your son, Isaiah.
Okay, I'm going to tell the 2-second version of it because I want everybody to go out and purchase the book.
Yes.
Yeah, you can keep it on. You can keep that book present. You can keep that present.
From my website is tamikamorris.com. But the 2-second story, it happened in 2005. He was 2 years old. The day is still, when I think about it, it's just still a traumatic time for me. I sent him to his bedroom, and he fell out of his bedroom window. The window was open, the screen was in, the blinds were all the way down to the floor, like he had a stuffed lion in it, and he just rocked with his plate, cell phone, and went back through the blinds, through the screen, out the window. So,
Wow.
but I sent him in there because I was getting dressed, and this was one of those days in my head. I thought, wow, he's 2. He should stop seeing me get dressed naked for whatever reason.
Yeah.
He goes to the room. I hear the blinds hit the wall, and I knew immediately he's in trouble for being in the room in the blinds. Like, but who knew?
Right.
So that day just rocked my world. But like I said, I have at the time my daughter was 11. She's grown now. So I had to keep going. I didn't want to. Like, how,
Right.
it's something
So
you think about, but it shouldn't happen. You shouldn't lose your child. You shouldn't bury your child, especially so tragically like that. But
definitely not. So for those, it's hard to even say. I understand. I get it. If you haven't had a child that you've lost, you can't understand the magnitude of the pain. So for you, being a young person, maybe 20, 21 years old when this occurs, what do you do at that point to get your strength back? Like, how do you gather yourself?
okay, it's interesting because I look at what's going on in the world and how death is like a part of every day. Every day we're hearing someone's passing, and it's a lot going on right now in the spirits. Like, so for me at the time, I was 33 years old. He died a week after Mother's Day. Like, I was literally praying over my children at the time that it happened. Like, literally, because I had just went to this revival at this church, and I kept saying, God, like, what is you're teaching me all these things about life right now, and about my kids and how I'm supposed to speak over their lives. Like, they're supposed to have a future, and he died. Like, what is this? So in my grief, I really sought God. I read Job, and I just started to think, okay, I want Job's story. I just started to rely straight on my faith. The Hurricane Katrina happened. He died in May. Hurricane Katrina happened like in August. That big tsunami happened in December. And God was just showing me that, okay, you went through one death of one loved one. These people are losing homes. They're losing their lives. They're losing whole families. Like, okay, you can do this, because those people are going to be expected to live too. So I just kind of looked for my help from every source. I got it. I just told God, I never had heartbreak before in my life like that. So, okay, God, you think I could do this too? Then my heart felt like it was going to break. I never felt heartbreak before. So he was like, look, just trust me. And I had to. I had to literally trust him for air to breathe, for life. But just like, I felt sick just every single day. And every day, the pain lessened and lessened and lessened and lessened and lessened. And then each day one day it stopped, I couldn't feel it anymore. And I was like, ooh, then I felt guilty. Because I'm supposed to not be okay for the rest of my life. That's what I thought in the physical. But in the spirit, God was like, I got you, girl. You're good. You're going to be good. You're going to make it. You're going to have a testimony. And not that you want to have that type of testimony, but he was like, just trust me. Just trust me. And so I started to say, God, if you can do it for Job, you can surely do this for me. And I'm happy to say now, my tubes retired permanently. I have 2 beautiful daughters now, since then, 7 and 9, and who starts over life like that all over again. But, my life is so much, it's amazing, and it's nothing I could have ever dreamed of or asked for myself, but God.
Yeah. So, but wait, Tamika, so your tubes were tied, right? After your tubes were tied, you were still able to have 2 beautiful daughters.
In vitro.
In vitro. But
that's what I've been trying to get you to do.
Don't do it. So you had, don't give her hope. So you had two beautiful daughters, right? But to wrap up your story, because we're going to run out of time, and I want to drive this point home. God is a redeemer, a healer. He's always the one that gives us that extra strength when we rely on him. But he sent you an angel. At a time where you didn't think you would get this reception. Not just an angel, a really phenomenal person. And when you lost to death, your son passed away May the 13th, correct? Mm-hmm. And so then this beautiful soul came into your life, and his birthday just so happened, and I don't believe in coincidence, to be May the 13th, correct? So you never thought you would be able to celebrate on that day because it's nothing to celebrate on that day. That's a real grim day for anybody with sense. But God is a redeemer and a healer. And he also has a real sharp sense of humor and all kind of other weird things that he does for us that we can't fathom. But this was something that was able to lift you. Can you touch on that a little bit before we get out of here?
Okay, so like I said, my son died May 13th, Friday, May 13th. And, you know, we're spiritual beings. We don't believe in Friday the 13th. But I started to think, okay, God, this is real weird. Like, really, Friday the 13th, May? Okay. I meet my soon-to-be ex-husband. And when I meet him, my soon-to-be husband. And he asked me when's my birthday, and I tell him my birthday. And I asked him when was his. And he says May 13th. I said, well, one day I'll tell you about that day, because I couldn't say it at the time of meeting him.
Right.
And so eventually I told him, and he was like, I said, I lost my son on your birthday. And he was like, wow. He had a son being born the same day that my son died.
Wow.
The same day my son died, he had a son being born on his birthday. And
wow.
The day that I'm supposed to forever grieve is now the day that we celebrate my husband, my bonus son, and it's no longer a day of pain. It's like a day of celebration.
Yay.
And that's what I wanted to end it on. I wanted to be able to hear that story because it's really tough to hear the losses that we take along the way. But God always redeems. So thank you for the redemption story. And thank you for your life story. I know we only touched on it for a smidget. But I appreciate your courage and your strength to come on and tell that story. And make sure you guys hold that book up. Make sure they go get that book.
It's Shenomenal Women, but they can find it on my website. It's Tameka, Tomeeka, Morris.com. And thank you guys again for having me.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Your show is amazing. Take care. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you for being a part.
Thank you so
Tameka.
much. Y'all give it up for
Mka Morris.
Mka Morris.
Yeah.
Yes. We will be right back with our next guest, Mr. Jermaine Smith is in the building, y'all.
Yep. Y'all keep that same energy. Yep.
Yes.
Let's get it. Spotlight over the city.